Hello everyone. This is the first video of Real Madrid Fan TV, and this is the journey we will begin. There are different reasons why I'm starting this channel. Is I can see a lot of fan TVs of different football clubs like Arsenal or Liverpool or Tottenham and other kind of other great football teams that we have, but I have never seen any Real Madrid fan TV kind of channel which actually will be helping us, at least the fans. That will be the channel of the fans, which will actually helps us to understand the situation of the club, as well as the kind of tactical analysis we need, or what are the kind of improvements we can do in Real Madrid with respect to the current season or the next season, I hope. Uh, as we all know, like Real Madrid is really destroyed by the kind of performance the team is giving after Santiago Solari took the charge of the entire situation. The situation has become a little bit better, but I mean, it will take time. So let's today is the first video, and today we will be discussing about the current situation and what are the reason behind the problem that we are facing tactically, the problem what we are facing in Real Madrid. So the first problem, what I think from my point of view in Real Madrid is the the choice of the coach. I mean, the choice of the coach is, I think, you shouldn't, from next time onwards, you shouldn't pick up only the coaches with respect to, I will say, the kind of attitude they have. We should go through every single thing about a coach before we are choosing them. Maybe we will be concentrating upon their attitude. Maybe another thing is very important, that is a tactical situation or tactical ability of of the coach, and how the coach will gel up with the current squad. That is also very much needed. I think before testing these kind of situations or these points, we shouldn't appoint any coach in the future. What happened with Julian Lopetegui is that we have not. We have gone through the kind of background he has, but he didn't have any kind of background about maintaining a big club like Real Madrid. He was the coach of Spain, but I will say that maintain a coach. To maintain or to maintain the status of the coach of a country like Spain is totally different than handling. I will say than handling Real Madrid. It is a kind of different. So we shouldn't judge any kind of coaches who are not tested, who are not tested in the club level. First of all, because handling club and handling a country is totally different. The second problem that we have faced throughout, so we are going to analyze tactically right now. So what are the problems? So just to give you background, like I am a data analyst, and I have a degree with data analysis, and I am right now working with data analysis, data analytics related things, and I'm really love to analyze data of of different games. So what I will try to discuss, like what are the mistakes that we are currently making day in day out in Real Madrid, and for that reason the whole entire team is right now in trouble. But after Santiago Solari, I think he has managed quite well now, and 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 tactically he's not 100%, I will say, but yeah, I mean he's reaching there. So first thing is that first tactical problem that Julian Lopetegui has faced is the the formation. Um, I mean, Real Madrid was, if I take this as the entire football ground and it is the middle of the pitch. So what Santiago Solari did is something not something different, but at the end of almost the previous season, this tactics was actually changed by Zinedine Zidane, as it was not working. The tactics is 4-3-3 formation. This formation, I think, Real Madrid can never go with this kind of formation, not with the current situation. So what we used to have, like here, we used to have Marcelo, and then Varane, then Sergio Ramos, and towards the right it is Dani Carvajal. On the middle of the pitch, it will be Luka Modric and Cruz are interchanging. They actually interchanges their position very much. So I mean, it is a kind of they are extremely talented footballers, and they are at the peak of their career, I will say. So yeah. So along with this, what we used to have is here we used to put Casemiro, and then there will be three players, or there may be two players here. So here it will be Cristiano Ronaldo, here it will be Benzema, or they will try to go inside the pitch, and then here it will be Isco. So so these tactics was actually getting failed during the last part of Zinedine Zidane's career. I will say tenure with Real Madrid. The reason is some of the players in Real Madrid are not fast enough, and to play with this tactics, you need some of the fast players. The problem with this tactics was this Marcelo. I mean, I personally feel that if you want to play with 4-3-3 combination, you need to have a left back, or you need to have every single player who can run pretty fast and who can go up and down. The problem with Marcelo was like he can go up but he cannot come down, and that is the reason the formation. So when Marcelo will go up, then it will create a vacant side here, out here, which will help the other teams to come here and put the ball towards the inside the box, and that is the reason I think this whole structure was not working. And so what Zinedine Zidane actually did is something different. What he did is, like, instead of 4-3-3, he has directly go to 4-4-2 formation, right? So in 4-4-2 formation, what was happening is, like, he actually implemented a superb thing to put another player in front of I will say in the middle of the pitch, I will say. So what Zinedine Zidane did is, like, here are the four players, and here is Casemiro, right? Now what he did is something great. He actually put Luka Modric and Cruz or Luka Modric interchanging with each other, and here it is Lucas Vazquez, and in the front he actually kept here Cristiano Ronaldo and Karim Benzema. Now, how the situation got changed? The situation got changed because if you see here in this situation, Luka Modric or Cruz is much more towards the left hand side rather than towards the middle of the pitch. So it actually covering Marcelo very much, right? And by the way, Luka Modric or Cruz has serious level of defensive quality also. So Marcelo or any of the players, whether it is Casemiro or Marcelo, they were getting covered up by this formation. And also Lucas Vasquez is a very important as well as fast player, so he can go up and down every single time. So it was actually giving both. It was putting the whole team in an equilibrium kind of situation where we were not actually bothered about the kind of defensive problem we had. The problem with Julian Lopetegui is suddenly with the formula which was working very well for Real Madrid, he tried to turn it up and put it into here. Again, he went from 4-4-2 to 4-3-3. Even you cannot work with this formula right now because you don't have that kind of fast player in the pitch playing in the left hand side or as a left back, as well as I will not consider Casemiro as the fastest player on the pitch. He can be. He cannot. We cannot compare Casemiro or Marcelo with Jordi Alba, kind of thing. So you need one player who can give you tremendous amount of pace in the middle of the pitch. When Cristiano Ronaldo was there, maximum of the teams out here, the opponent teams, are actually very much concerned about Cristiano Ronaldo's pace. So they used to hold back here in this position. But now, after Cristiano Ronaldo has gone, there is no one who can run as fast as. I will not say Cristiano Ronaldo was the fastest at the last of his at the end of the tenure with Real Madrid, but still he was pretty much fast. We have seen like he has used this spot against Gerard Piqué and scored the goal, a stunner. It was a proper stunner. From the corner of the I will say the box. This actually created the problem for Julian Lopetegui to go into a similar kind of tactics where one of the fastest player of your team has actually left and you are trying to replace him with a player whose name is Gareth Bale. I cannot understand why Gareth Bale is still there for Real Madrid. Second problem which Julian Lopetegui did is another thing. The second problem with Julian Lopetegui is I will say putting Nacho. Every single time I've seen what Julian Lopetegui did is here in this position. The biggest problem with Nacho is he is not at all fast. If I consider Marcelo is still a little bit. Marcelo with his skill sets, he can manage. But if you put Nacho here or here as a left back or right back, it actually right now the rest of the teams, in La Liga as well as in the world map, whatever the big teams are like PSG or Barcelona or any of the teams, they actually figuring it out. Like if Nacho is playing left back or right back, he cannot. So either he can defend or he can attack. So if I put Nacho, so just think about the example of Barcelona. He was here. Just think about the kind of brain Julian Lopetegui had. You are putting the slowest player of one of the slowest players of Real Madrid squad towards the right of the pitch, as a right back. So what he was doing, he was going up here in this section, and on the opposite side, what you had here, it is no one but Jordi Alba. So if Nacho goes up here, it was creating a total vacant space out here. So what he was doing, he was putting the ball here, and he was running like horse or cheetah, I will say, because Jordi Alba is really fast, by the way, and covering this entire portion up, and he was standing here continuously placing the ball into the middle of the pitch. You can use Nacho, I think as a central defense if it is needed, but I don't think that you can put him towards the left or right back, because if you put him towards the left or right, either your defense will be sacrificed, or the attacking part of your the kind of attack or the long crosses that comes from left or right will be decreased. So I mean, it was the worst tactics to put Nacho out there. You cannot put Nacho. This is the biggest mistake I think Zinedine Zidane as well as Julian Lopetegui used to do, which Santiago Solari actually did never do that. So that is the reason after Santiago Solari actually came into the picture, the defense part of Real Madrid is getting better and better. But I still think that from the point of view of defense, the best ever I have seen Real Madrid to play in this section of the pitch is at the time of Carlo Ancelotti, and he was a class act. I mean, from the point of view of defensive tactics, I think he's the best in the pitch. Even nowadays, I can see the similar kind of thing with Napoli. Let's discuss another problem that Real Madrid is making right now. I think the third problem what Real Madrid is doing is that too many mistakes from I think too many mistakes from the defense right. The problem with Ramos is sometimes he is very confident, and sometimes he doesn't realize the fact that he sometimes become very confident. I mean, it is like overconfidence. So I don't have any problem with Varane. Varane is not in his 100% form, I will say, but we have to give him the benefit of doubt, because he actually came from a long journey. I mean, he came from after winning the World Cup, and he's continuously playing. So so you have to give some times to Rafael Varane. I obviously give a benefit of doubt to him, but the problem with Ramos is he is becoming so much confident sometimes. Even the goal that Real Madrid conceded against Barcelona, it was a horrible mistakes from Sergio Ramos, and this is not the year. From the point, I don't know. After the transfer window of January, I think Sergio Ramos should check him once a while, because the kind of skill set he is trying to show out here in the pitch, in this section of the pitch, you shouldn't show this kind of. To show that kind of skill set, you need to be 100%, 110% sure that okay, I can show these kind of skill sets. If you have backups also, if you don't have backups, you cannot show that kind of skill. People will sometimes applaud, but they will remember the mistakes for the entire life, and he's doing these kind of mistakes. I mean, for a long time. By the way, he should rectify himself, because if Real Madrid wants, I mean, he's the captain obviously. But if Real Madrid wants, we have shown the door to Cristiano Ronaldo, which is one of the worst decision I think in Real Madrid history. The kind of game he's playing right now, he could have served Real Madrid for at least next 2 years. But yeah, I mean, Sergio Ramos is he's trying to show confidence. He's a great player, by the way. I totally support Sergio Ramos, whatever he does. I mean, sometimes the kind of attitude he has, he gets into trouble, but that is the reason he's a unique character, and I totally love about that. Sometimes many of the people says, my friends also says that, like, you you cannot support Sergio Ramos. I always say that these are the characters which actually helps to bind the team well. So yeah, Sergio Ramos should reduce his try. I mean, should concentrate upon the kind of defensive display he is showing right now. He should improve, but instead of that, he shouldn't be overconfident. Sometimes, which he becomes a little bit. The fourth point, one of the most important point, the release of CR7. I mean, after CR7 is gone, I mean, you cannot trust Bale. I mean, the worst decision that has been taken by Real Madrid till the time, I think, it is like releasing CR7, and we actually, after the Champions League goal of Gareth Bale, we actually judged Gareth Bale. We thought that okay, that boy had a great quality. There's no doubt about the quality of Gareth Bale, but he doesn't give 100%. I mean, if it is the 100% of Gareth Bale, then I will say we need more than 100%. And if Gareth Bale gives more than 100%, then we need 200% from him. I mean, he is a kind of player who has. I mean, I don't have any kind of doubt about Bell's quality, but he is not good enough right now. So I mean, letting CR7 go and then trusting on Bell is one of the blunders that Real Madrid made this year. I mean, you cannot trust Bell. He cannot give you 100% game time. Also, plus he will be at least out for at least 10 matches, I would say. Yeah, at least 10 matches in the season. So at least 10 matches, yes, in the season, because of his injury problems. So during that part, I think we are not doing well here. So trusting, I mean, letting Cristiano Ronaldo, if I know that Cristiano Ronaldo didn't want to go, just it is the management problem, or it is the problem of the team. Maybe Zinedine Zidane's departure may have triggered him that much. But yeah, I mean, it is not required. It was not required, and it was. I think Real Madrid will face problem, and Real Madrid will face problem in the next knockout stages of Champions League football. After, I think, in Champions League, I think we will face the most of the problems with Cristiano Ronaldo. The next thing is that the next biggest problem, I will say, not the biggest mistake, but the problem that Real Madrid is facing right now is with this Courtois. Courtois, I mean, I know that Courtois, I mean, he's a tremendous goalkeeper. The kind of saves he did with Valencia, I think it was terrific. But the problem is with his ball distribution. Sometimes Courtois, I mean, if you see Ter Stegen and these goalkeepers like Alisson or Ter Stegen, the kind of ball distribution they had, I mean, they have, it is superb. I mean, I will say it is superb. That kind of ball distribution you can never expect from Courtois. I mean, we have to make sure, we have to tell Courtois, like, you have to pass the ball well. He cannot always put the ball in the middle of the pitch expecting that okay, Gareth Bale will come here and then he will resolve the problem. It cannot be. So yeah, I mean, Courtois unnecessarily plays long balls here or here. It will not help, especially when you are working in the Spanish league. It will not at all work. The biggest problem of Real Madrid this year is the out of the form Karim Benzema, but he's right now shining a little bit. But you cannot trust Karim Benzema to shine that much throughout the season. I think we need another new, brand new striker. We don't need maybe the midfielder, because we have Asensio, we have Isco, though Isco is on the verge of leaving the club. Maybe there are rumors, but I think we should trust Asensio. We should give him some match time, I will say, and try to bring the confidence back. So here here Bale is operating, but Bale is not that much confident, I will say. So he cannot. Sometimes I feel like your wingers, or I will not say wingers, but your strikers, or those people who are expected to strike, to score goals for you, he or she he should have some of the qualities to cut inside the box, like Cristiano Ronaldo did. But Bale, I don't think that Gareth Bale is a dribbler. Gareth Bale is not a dribbler. He can run fast. He's one of the best crosser of the ball I have ever seen. But I cannot trust Bell to cut inside and dribble two or three players, which Messi does, which Iniesta used to do, which Isco actually does for us. So I think if we put Isco in place of Gareth Bale, it will be helpful, and try to change the tactics a little bit. I will discuss about how Real Madrid can change their tactics to play a little bit more efficiently in the next video. But we should put Isco as soon as possible. It will be helpful. I think it will be helpful, or Isco or Asensio, I will say it will be helpful. I think Satiago Solari should bring some confidence in Asensio, and also we can use some of the new talents like Vinicius Junior. I think Vinicius Junior is a pretty good player, but he has a lot of things to prove. He should be told, like, you have the dribbling quality, you have the dribbling quality, and you should pass the ball well, because the ball distribution from Vinicius Junior, what I have seen, obviously I cannot judge a player with that kind of young talent, but you should be telling him, because we need that player ready as soon as possible. And so he have to do a lot of ball distribution kind of thing. I mean, he should be good with the ball distribution and passing the ball towards Benzema. That's one of them. The sixth point will be the out of form Benzema. So will we continue with Benzema? I don't think so. Benzema is a superb player with the kind of ability he has, but the problem with Benzema is he sometimes he becomes very less confident footballer, I will say, as well as he cannot give you the kind of the kind of expectation right now we have from Real Madrid strikers. It was Cristiano Ronaldo who was so well with the kind of goal scoring, whatever he was doing. It was actually hiding Benzema behind, and Benzema, many of the people are saying like Benzema will be shining in the future, but I don't think that Benzema will shine because we cannot expect. So we are Real Madrid, and we are Real Madrid, and we expect. Every single time we expect our strikers to score at least 35 goals in the season. But I don't think that Benzema does have that much of career left in him, where he can score every single time 30 to 35. So the point about 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 Benzema. So just try to replace Benzema as soon as possible. He may be playing today, but after 2 months, no one knows that how he will be playing. Um, try to retain Isco. The next thing that Real Madrid have to try to retain Isco. If Eden Hazard comes, which is almost certain that Eden Hazard will come here on this position, maybe. Then, though I think that is we shouldn't leave Isco because we have to replace Cruz and Modric very soon. Also, if not Cruz, but yeah, after two years maybe we have to replace Modric. And though, so in that scenario, I think Isco can be very handful for the team. But yeah, if try to retain Isco as much as possible. So yeah, these are the few mistakes what Santiago Solari made. Sorry, Julian Lopetegui made, and Real Madrid entire management made actually by releasing CR7 by release. So another problem I want to discuss that the amount of players that are on loan from Real Madrid were trying to come into Real Madrid, but we are not entertaining them. I mean, from the every single position we have loaning. We have a player who is actually on loan. For an example, I will say Kovacic. I mean, I don't think that he will come back to Real Madrid again. We have James Rodriguez with us, and then we have left Theo Hernandez. So from the point of view of defense, also, I mean, from the point of view of key players who are right now injured, uh, we had not we actually didn't show that much of good tactical thing from Julian Lopetegui, and I think Real Madrid will suffer this season at least up to Jan, but maybe after Jan we will be able to resolve the problem. So in one of the videos I will try to discuss that what is needed to be done from Real Madrid that to resolve the problem tactically as well as managerial things. But yeah, right now I think these are the points which are coming in my mind, and yeah, I hope that you people will comment, and I will try to discuss those things also in my video blogs. Thank you very much for your time. Have a nice day. Thank you.